What's good, everybody? Women's World Cup Daily. The Cooligans are back with you. Let's go. Look, it's been wild because the U.S.
Bro,
Women's National Team played last night, and look, already the World Cup has been going crazy, but it's been just this is it begins, bro. That's it.
this is the road to a three-peat, bro.
Let's go. We'll get into the details of the victory against Vietnam because it didn't leave me super confident about this whole thing.
No, but just like the war, we could walk away saying, "Hey, we won." You know,
Okay, yeah. Just like on paper, even though it was,
yeah.
it didn't really work out the way we.
Well, I wouldn't call it a moral victory by any stretch of the
No,
imagination.
without a doubt. And yeah, we will come back with PTSD,
Oh,
obviously.
100%. Yeah,
Obviously.
and we're ripping the nation apart. No, this is absolutely. It was a good start by the U.S. Women's National Team. Not exactly the rousing, we're here to destroy everybody start we
Yeah.
had to the last World Cup. But hey, Vlatko's just getting warmed up. You feel me?
So yeah, I have my concerns. I'll get into that in a little bit. But what's good, everybody? My name is Christian Polanco.
I'm Alexis Guerreros.
We out here everywhere on DraftKings Network, the Cooligans podcast, on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, everywhere. Make sure you let your friends know you're enjoying this World Cup and you're enjoying the Cooligans as you do so. So this is okay. So U.S. wins against Vietnam 3-0. And just another note, we had shout out to DraftKings because we had a parlay in DraftKings. A single game parlay was right there in the app. It was wild to see. It just felt like, okay, we out here.
Yeah,
Did you
trust
see?
these guys with your money. Sure.
Our logo was on there. Our parlay was all branded. It was so all professional. I'm not used to all this, okay? But we had a single game parlay, and it was Sophia Smith scores first. Alex Morgan scores at any time, and the over at least 5.5 goals. And Sophia Smith scores first.
Yes.
I'm like, let's go.
On the way to the parlay. You feel me?
All right. And then Alex Morgan, Trinity Rodman draws a penalty. Alex Morgan steps up to the spot. I'm like, let's do this. Okay.
You're already thinking 2 out of 3 for the parlay. That's pretty good. And then you're like, wait, why is the crowd reaction not what it normally is for when a penalty goes in?
And it's Alex Morgan. I mean, she is an assassin at the spot. We all know this. Okay.
Bro.
And bruh.
She forgot to load the shooting bullets, because as an assassin at the spot, missed your target though. But a great save nonetheless.
It was great. I mean, it was a very poor penalty, pretty much right down the middle.
Not an Alex Morgan penalty.
Not at all. Maybe I think it was just I don't know if it's the nerves. I don't know if it was a tough game for the U.S. to score. I expected another U.S. Thailand and I think because we didn't get that, I'm a little bit worried about the what the chemistry that we have is like. So even the lineup. Maybe let's start there.
Julie Ertz at center back. What is going on?
Look, I'm not mad at it. We know she can play there. She's obviously a defensive midfielder, and this was going to be a game where, and by all accounts, I mean, she did the job incredibly well. Vietnam had no shots at all. No shots, nothing. They barely had the ball. So defensively, this worked out, and I think this felt a little bit like not the if we're facing England. This is not the lineup we're gonna see. This felt like we know we're playing against a weaker opponent, and let's give players like Rose Lavelle rest. Not really overuse some of the players. So it felt a little bit not like this. Didn't feel like the A lineup. What you think?
No. This was very much our opponent isn't going to cause too many problems for us.
Hmm.
So let's go out with a bit of an experimental lineup, and then we could always switch it up if we need to. But you're saying up against England. England only won 1-0 against Haiti,
Right,
where you would expect.
but Haiti were better than
Yes, but you would expect someone who is competing for, being considered the top dog would do a little bit more damage to a country that's still relatively new. You know what I mean in
right,
the
right,
in
right,
this
right.
competition.
So
So it's not exactly, but to talk more about the women's national team, there was a lack of fluidity. You know, I don't know if you
yes,
noticed that.
yes. I thought that was fairly I'm not obvious. The fluidity in what? So when I think of fluidity, the things I want to see are like um, certain patterns being repeated,
Yes.
a certain things like that. I thought,
Sort of players knowing their position and who connecting with others, having almost an instinctual sense of where other
yeah,
players are going to be.
I thought the game was very, very physical. Obviously, there were a lot of fouls pretty early on. Um, nothing too. Well, it wasn't like the Nigeria Canada game, which we may talk
No,
about a little bit because that game was
pure mayhem.
legit insane. But there was. I thought Trinity Rodman. I thought she played well. Obviously, she drew the penalty. I thought she was a little bit. Aggressive in the sense of like holding on to the ball a little too long, taking an extra touch to set up the cross, stuff like that. Like I thought she went out wide too much as opposed to cutting inside. Like they were she it her she I thought was a little not the sharpest. Just the game got like it was essentially they holding on to the ball a little too long and drawing a foul. Lindsey Horan did this a couple times, even though I mean, everyone played well. I'm not really criticizing anybody because they completely dominated. But
Yeah.
when it comes to playing for that and figuring out that chemistry, that's what I saw. I saw the players holding on to the ball a little too long and drawing contact as opposed to being a little bit more smooth with it to like let go of the ball before the Vietnamese player gets to like make contact or foul you and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it
It was
just
a funny moment when, not funny at all, but when Trinity Rodman goes down in the first half, really early into the
oh yeah,
match,
yeah, like
it was
10 seconds
super
in.
scary. That
Yeah.
part wasn't funny. The funny part was where I was a bar with, like, I would say maybe 8 televisions. All of them except one had the women's national team game. So every once in a while, whoever was there specifically to watch Messi potentially make his debut, and eventually he does, would glance over at the other televisions to see what's going on with the women's national team game. And Trinity Rodman goes down, and all of a sudden you see Megan Rapinoe start to stretch and
Yeah.
warm up on the sideline. And the camera goes right to her, zooms in, blue hair, right? Oh, kicking her legs up. And a guy behind me goes, you could hear him like change position and look over at the screen and goes, wait, she's still there? Is this the last World Cup they're showing? And I
Yo, I
was,
didn't know
part
we
of
were
me wanted to
doing.
be like, how are you not paying attention? But the other part of me is like, that's actually a pretty legit reaction to still seeing Megan Rapinoe. You know what
Yeah,
I
it's
mean?
like we doing reruns. Damn,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, damn, bro. I didn't know the World Cup was in syndication.
Okay, I hope they getting residuals for these.
Yeah. Oh, they should be on strike over this, bro.
um, yeah. So I think the surprises as far as who started. I mean, I think Savannah DeMello was probably surprised. I think a lot of people probably didn't expect that. And Trinity Rodman probably even a little bit maybe not that much of a shock, but I was a little bit surprised. But the subs that came into the game, Megan Rapinoe, Rose Lavelle, Alyssa Thompson,
Rose Lavelle's a shock. You were not shocked to see her come in?
because I mean they U.S. soccer on social media had not posted any video of Rose Lavelle doing anything. Like
No.
I remember seeing you would see her training, but it was only photos. So I under the comments of every Rose Lavelle photo, there was a hilarious one. I don't remember who said this, but somebody said at USWNT. It said, "Can you please post a video of Rose Lavelle kicking a ball while holding today's newspaper?" which, which I absolutely love because I did not think that she was fully fit, and when she got into the game, and also looked great. I mean, looked
She
sharp,
did.
and it's also playing against a weaker opponent, but this is where you give Rose 30 minutes to go, like, stretch your legs out, and I thought she looked great, and she made such a huge difference. I mean, this is, I think it essentially put US cannot win a World Cup without Rose Lavelle giving a lot, because she makes
I
that much
will
of a difference.
say, I truly believe that Ashley Sanchez could be that difference maker in place of a Rose Lavelle
Oh,
if
I
Rose Lavelle's not able to do it. If Rose Lavelle's
respectfully
not able to do it.
disagree. Respectfully disagree. But I understand.
But
Okay.
but Rose Lavelle is a especially just based on the way she's played in these competitions before, the experience that she has, that is a massive loss if she's not there. So the fact that she's good enough to give you a solid 30, what was it, 29 minutes?
Yeah.
That's a massive positive. There was a moment where I think it was the third goal went in, and everyone goes to celebrate near the corner flag, and there's a camera that's there watching the players run up. And as Rose Lavelle is running towards the camera, I found myself thinking, easy now, you know, all right, we get it. You don't need to celebrate all of them,
Right. It's yeah, it was a strange game. Yeah, I mean, it did very much feel like everybody's still trying to, like, figure this stuff out, and essentially every defender did their job. They got the ball who they needed to get the ball to. They stopped every single opportunity Vietnam could even have. It just felt like 3 goals. Just
I know. I don't know
it's a
why
win,
3-0
but
doesn't feel like a confidence builder.
because look, even Japan won 5-0 against
5-0.
Zambia, um, and you need
But,
some of those results to just
we
be
had
like,
our World Cup warm up, and we heard the stats that teams that don't play, that have a superstar striker may be able to qualify, but they're not good in these types of competitions because defensively it's not the thing they lean on. They have a superstar striker, but eventually you just can't get them the ball. So we knew Zambia, I should say, may not have the opportunity to be the best in this competition. And I think you're starting to see that versus a Vietnam that was just like, I'm allergic to the ball.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna sit back and let y'all try, and then hopefully this is a 0-0. We walk away 1 point. Everybody hands in. You know what I mean? Vietnam. That clearly is what they tried.
Yeah, I mean, they were very, very. I mean, look, credit to Vietnam, right? They played incredibly defensively.
They played a 5-4-1. They were
Yeah,
like, we don't want to hear it.
for the most part, look. It's tough for respectfully a very inferior team to play defensively against the U.S. and also be fairly successful at it. I mean, they have to be kind of proud of themselves to only have allowed 3, right? They're like, goal differential, we're still in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's something to be proud of.
especially if you get a chance, go to FotMob and look at the momentum chart, which is a really cool thing that sort of shows you the spikes in momentum during the match.
Yes.
There are 2 very small red blips across the 90.
I'll add it in post, but this is crazy.
It's kind of overwhelming when you think so. It's so funny to look at this and you also be complaining about we didn't play well enough, because this is like, if this is your stocks, you doing good, Papa. You know what I mean? You're thinking about what your summer house is gonna look like. If this was your Dogecoin, you in the black. You know. But yeah, this is, again, we're talking about
it's
Vietnam being a debutante, and these are the countries. And we're not being mean towards Vietnam. We're not saying we got to beat up on Vietnam. But if other teams in your group score more against these smaller minnow nations when it comes to these types of competitions, only since I'm using the word minnow, you're going to potentially get to a point where you will not be qualifying, or you certainly won't finish top of the group, or you won't qualify for the knockout stages because you didn't score enough You know what I mean? That goal
Yeah.
differential is going to come and bite you in the back.
Yeah. So,
I should have just said in the butt, but I don't know why I said bite you in the back. It's kind of
hey,
freaky.
whatever you're into, bro. Like,
Bro, is Marv Albert here? There's a
like,
reference for someone. Someone will get it.
Alexis is recording this from the Red Room.
No, not yet. You just hear chains walk away from the microphone.
Just to catch up on some of the other results, Switzerland beat the Philippines 2-0. The Philippines had they did score a goal, but it was offside. It would have been really really cool to see the Philippines score their first ever World Cup goal in men or women's soccer. But yeah, that was wild. And the Spain demolished Costa Rica. So I mean, we're all paying attention to, especially the countries that are probably the strongest competitors against the U.S. And I thought Spain looked really really good.
Spain looked incredible.
And okay, so yeah, some of the other results. Yeah, we mentioned Japan. Japan looked amazing as well. Again, this is what you hope the U.S. would look like in some of these matches.
It's the first game, dude.
I'm
It's the
just
first
saying.
game.
It was also Japan's first game. It was also Spain's first game.
No, what I'm saying, it's the first game.
Yeah.
Japan might not be the one we see in the second.
Okay,
You know?
yeah. England won against Haiti with
1-0 against Haiti.
a penalty that was Did you see the penalty? I don't know if you saw, Alexis.
I did not.
It was a ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember the player's name that did the penalty. It was a handball. It was she's out here playing volleyball, bro. She was up going up for a header, both hands high in the air. Like, I mean, she's about
Seriously?
I can't even process why she had her arms up that high. And got the ball with her finger. It made no sense. I don't understand what happened. But I thought Haiti played well. The Earp, Mary Earp, the goalkeeper for England, had to make tremendous saves to keep England in the lead. So
I know Dumornay is a good player on Haiti.
Yeah. She was great. Yeah. They were.
She plays for Rems.
They played well. Denmark also beat China. They got a goal right in the end, in the 89th minute.
But we were talking about goal differential. If you look at Group D right now, Denmark is in first place. I guess just for alphabetical order reasons, because they have the exact same, results as England, which is a 1-0 win. So they both have 3 points, but they only have a goal differential of a +1. China and Haiti have a goal differential of -1. So that is still there. Everyone in this group is still in the running. No one has been put in a position where they're completely out of it. So Haiti can still make it out of this group, even though they're in fourth place after the first match, because they were able to hold England to just 1 goal. This is the magic of that goal differential.
Yeah. So, but good games. The other one I just want to take some time to talk about, and there's a couple of things, in just these 3 match days that I'm like already starting to look back on. With Nigeria and Canada, I thought this was a 0-0 game. I thought this was one of the most entertaining matches of the tournament so far.
Is that because you're a big MMA fan, by any chance?
Because this game had some wild challenges, some crazy tackles that the ref was just like, nah, I see. I mean, it's only the 29th minute.
Yeah.
What am I gonna?
The ref, you know how refs are constantly tapping the thing on their ear to hear better?
Yeah.
I think he was playing Nuck If You Buck in the entire match.
It was a woman, but yes, I understand.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was playing Nuck If You Buck, because this match was absolutely bananas, bro.
Yeah, it was pretty remarkable.
They are kind of letting him go.
They are. Yeah, I'm feeling this a little bit in just how this World Cup is called. Just like in the men's World Cup was a little bit, we had the 45 minutes of stoppage time.
Yeah, stoppage time. It was a little too exact, you know?
I mean, I understand what you're trying to do, but I also got somewhere to be. I can't.
Yeah, bro. You turned an hour and a half into 2.5 hours, and that is, spectacular.
But yeah, that was the that game was kind of wild and very entertaining. Nigeria or Canada easily could have won that game. So I was very entertained by it. But yeah, that was the one thing to highlight of like how these referees are calling these games. The other thing, we talked about it on the in the first episode about VAR after making the call, that they're on the monitor. And now we've been seeing it a lot. There've been a lot of VAR has very much been implemented quite a bit, and I want to give a shout out to all the referees because to my knowledge, there have been no referee that English is their first language that has been doing this. And they have been crushing it. We've been talking about the pageantry of like, after review, my call on the field is penalty or whatever. And some people have been doing it a little bit more with some more pizzazz. Some people have been doing it more low key. But I'm just here to give a round of applause because this has been one of my favorite parts of every game. I'm like, how's she gonna make the call? What's she gonna do?
You gotta have some pizzazz too, right? They all starting to develop their own character now.
I'm absolutely loving it. So one of my favorite parts of the tournament so far. All right. And as a reminder, like always, right? Women's World Cup is going on. We out here every single day, but also we're chilling as well, watching some Leagues Cup matches. Okay, and the best way to chill, as always, is with an ice cold Coors Light. You know how we do it, Alexis.
Oh my God. I mean, right? Think about this. If you want to chill, and maybe you don't know how to chill, you're watching Leagues Cup. Messi's making his debut. He's about to walk onto the pitch. You're starting to get a little unchilled. Okay. In fact, maybe the little mountain on your forehead starts to fade from blue to not blue. And you think to yourself, I need to adjust that. What do? You reach for an ice cold, crisp Coors Light that has that blue mountain on it because it's ready to go.
Exactly. And the Leagues Cup has already been wildly entertaining.
Scripted like a movie. Incredible.
As soon as the Cooligans start doing Coors Light ad reads about the Leagues Cup all of a sudden blows up. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? Did you need us to level up? Maybe. It's possible. It's possible. Right? We're not going to investigate. Maybe Messi helped a little bit, but I like to think it's us talking about the cold, crisp Coors Lights.
That's right. So this summer, stay passionate and stay refreshed with an ice cold Coors Light, official beer of Leagues Cup 2023. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/Cooligans.
That's CoorsLight.com/Cooligans. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
All right. I was wondering. Yeah. I was wondering, can he do it without the script in front of him?
Come on. You know I can.
So
you did not know I can.
So we'll just wrap up with this. Yes, Messi played in his first game for Inter Miami, and holy smokes, scores in the 92nd minute off a free kick. I mean, you couldn't write this stuff up. It was surreal. And then the first thing, also Robert Taylor scoring that goal. And everyone was like, he's like, Messi who? Messi what?
Yeah. He's like, y'all came to see me, right? Because I just scored that golazo.
It was a great goal. Cruz Azul ties the game, but then Messi, after Messi comes in, they tie the game. And, this game, I thought, credit to Inter Miami, I thought they were going to get absolutely washed. I thought they were going to get humiliated. And they played well. They defended well. They even had, it's a terrible bummer for Ian Frey. It looks like tore his ACL.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
And credit to Messi. Messi in his post-game comments, as everybody's trying to praise him and show him love and appreciation for scoring this goal. He met Ian Frey 5 minutes ago, and he's like, I just want to dedicate this win to my teammate. He just recovered from an ACL tear, and it looks like it's pretty much happened again. So you could tell he was devastated when it happened, and Messi showing love to this kid, man. So
the one thing about Messi is you get the sense that he wants to be a teammate. I'm sure you heard the DeAndre Yedlin anecdote, right? About him being in the group chat with nobody knowing how many tickets do you need. You could tell that he's, when you talk to professional footballers who've retired, a lot of them say they miss the locker room. They miss that family atmosphere, being surrounded by 30 guys at the same time. Like, everyone get friends, and maybe not, you don't get along with everyone, but it's part of the whole thing. And you always have people to talk to. It's a very social thing to be a footballer. You get the sense that Messi kind of thrives on that as well. Like, we don't ever get to see that Messi. Messi really seems to trust the locker room more than he trusts anything else besides maybe his family. So the fact that he was like, hey, man, this guy, it's like he knew him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean, from
yeah. I
previous.
mean, look, I don't want to do the whole Messi Ronaldo thing all over again, but
But Ronaldo would be like, "You're welcome. Your
but
boy
but you
scores."
could. It's just obvious. Like Messi's a good teammate, bro. That's it. Like
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good guy to work with. You want to go. You want to sit next to his cubicle,
Right.
dude.
He's not gonna eat your lunch out of the fridge, dude.
He's just a good dude. So that was great to see. And yeah, I mean, honestly, obviously the U.S. Women's National Team game is on at the same time. I have both of them on, and this was just one of the most remarkable moments in American soccer history. Like, and that I mean, there's no other way to put it. This was just incredible. The photos. Shout out to Morgan Tenza, the homie. She's taking all these amazing photos of Messi after he scores the goal, capturing these incredible moments. So many friends, Kim Kardashian being there, LeBron.
Hey, Messi said, "What curse? What Kardashian curse?" Messi said, "How
Exactly.
about this? How about this boot? I'll stop this curse ASAP."
Yeah, that was seriously. I had read Pele's book, and Pele when he spoke about coming to the United States and playing, and what that meant to what it meant to him, like the responsibility of just like kind of growing the sport in the country. And when Messi scored that goal and he was celebrating, he went over to hug his family, and he was looking at
He literally ran almost. It felt like he was running the distance of the full
right,
pitch
right.
just to hug his family. It was so beautiful.
And he was essentially like looking at there's something about the way he's looking at the fans. It's like he's looking at the fans the way he looks at Argentina, the Argentinian supporters, like where he's like, I'm doing this for you, I'm doing this for you. And that's what it felt like, man. An incredible moment, like I said, to witness. And yeah, hopefully see more of it. I mean, look, it feels like the start of something really, really transformative for American soccer.
Or this is as good as it's gonna get, and enjoy it. You know, it's one of the
Okay.
two. One of the two.
Either
Not to be pessimistic.
either's fine. All right. All right. Let's wrap up, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Shout out to everybody. If you're watching on DraftKings Network, whether you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the podcast. Leave a comment. Everything. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Do what you got to do. But we're only a couple days into the Women's World Cup. We're gonna be here every day for the rest of the tournament. So hang out with the Cooligans and take in this incredible tournament with us. We appreciate everybody joining us and hanging out. And we will see you tomorrow. Peace, everybody.
Let's go. Love you
Did
guys.
you just burp?
No, I said let's go. Love you guys. My voice is so gone. Imagine that. I'll see you next time.